Hello, guys. Good afternoon from Canada. Today, we have a very interesting topic to talk about. Have you come across the word called faith? And have you asked yourself, what does faith really mean? You know, today I hear so many religious organizations saying things like have faith in this, have faith in that, but they've actually not told us what faith is. And so I'm going to explain what faith is, and I'm going to share practical examples to make you understand how faith works and how you can use faith to your advantage, how you can use faith to be very successful. I would state that faith is a spiritual force, actually, that turns our dreams into reality. But how does this happen? It's a state of mind. It's a state of mind induced by self suggestion. So one might want to ask, what does he mean by that? And so I'm gonna share an example now. I read back in the days there was this man. He's a criminal expert, and he wanted to just explain to us how people become criminals and all that. So you see a crime now, and you believe that crime, and by the time you believe that crime, your subconscious picks it up. You start becoming more interested in that crime, and you start practicing it in your mind, in your brain, until one day it becomes action. You take out the action, and then you've committed that crime. That's the same way faith works. When you see something or when you believe something, it translates into your subconscious, right? And then your subconscious acts on it. And when your subconscious starts to act on it, then you will start believing it. And by the time you start believing it, you will start acting it. And by the time you start acting it, you will bring that dream into a reality. And I must tell you, in as much as faith works with the subconscious, you also need to put in the work. You also need to put in the work. Okay, before I go into that, let me digress a bit. You can use faith for both positive situations. You can use it for both negative situations. One practice I always do is I always speak life into myself. I always speak positive things into myself, and vice versa. So if you speak negative to yourself, because I hear some people saying, "Oh, I'm doomed. I can't succeed in this." Those people are the cause of their problems. They are the cause of their misfortunes. All they need to do is to shift their thinking and start speaking the right words to themselves. Start speaking those positive words, and then the subconscious will pick it up and it will act on it. It will pick it up, it will act on it. A very good example. Many years ago, I remember vividly, I was in need of $5,000, and I didn't have it then. I didn't have it. But every morning when I wake up, I tell myself I need $5,000. I wanted to go for a training, and I couldn't afford it then. This was like 6, 7 years ago. And so I told myself, I need this money. I need this money. Long story short, there was no way for me to get this money. There was nobody to ask for this money. Nothing. Well, long story short, what happened is my subconscious picked it up, and then I started to act on it. And I need this $5,000. And you see, one thing about faith is, I called it it's a spiritual force, because it pushes things, positive things to you. If you're thinking about it in a positive way, it pushes positive things to you. And in that my situation then, I started getting lots of business opportunities. Like one of my friend called me then, he wanted to sell his vehicle, and he told me this is the price he wants to sell that vehicle, and I can add anything I want to add on top of it. Just like that. We didn't have any discussion like this. He just told me he was too busy, something like this. And then I listed the vehicle. He wanted to sell the vehicle for like $6,000. And I listed that vehicle for like $8,000. I sold that vehicle for $7,500. Then along the line, another person contacted me too. He was trying to apply for school abroad, and I have lots of experience in that. And he was willing to pay me $1,000 to do that. It's there pushing in a lot of that's faith. They're pushing in a lot of businesses to me and all that. And honestly, the way it happened, it was very surprising, because in less than 3 months I got that $5,000. I needed $5,000 like in 6 months time, but in 3-4 months I got that $5,000. And that's because my subconscious acted on it and started pushing things towards me. The same way when you think negative, when you think very negative, the same way, that's how it works. Your subconscious will act on it and start pushing negative things towards you, misfortunes. So I share this example so that someone can listen to this example and change the way he or she thinks, because it all boils down in our thinking. It all boils down in our thinking. And again, I want to tell you, faith is an action word. It's an action word. It's a doing word. Because you can't come now and tell me I have faith that I'll get a job, and you're not doing anything about it. You are sitting at home from morning till night and doing nothing about it. The job won't come. So when you speak it, you want a job, you need to act it. You need to act it. My friend the other day was in that boat. He needed a job, and he kept on telling me, I have faith I would get a job. And then I for a moment I asked him, like, what are you doing to get this job? How many applications are you doing a day? How many interviews are you doing? How many companies are you looking at their websites to see if they have possible job opportunities? He was doing none of that. And then I told him, you see, in as much as you have faith, I like it, is a good thing, but if you don't put in the work, you won't get that job. And then we had a plan. I had a very detailed plan with him. I told him, every day, make sure you throw in 10 applications. Go online, look for jobs, throw in 10 applications every day. And he started doing that. And by the time he did that for like 3 weeks, he got a couple of interviews. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he got about 4 interviews then. And he went for all these interviews. And out of those 4 interviews, he got 2 jobs there. He got two of those companies offered him a position. And he decided to take the one that he felt he could do very well, and the pay was good. And he decided to do that one. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you don't put in the work and you say, I have faith, then you are kind of deceiving yourself. It will not work for you. It will not work. You need to put in the work. Faith is an action word. And I know there are so many people that need to hear this today. Please, I would like you to share this video. I would like you to like this video. I would like you to subscribe this video. We rise by helping others rise. Someone needs to hear this today. Someone needs to change the way he or she thinks. Someone needs to start having faith. Someone needs to start making positive declaration to him or herself. Someone needs to be lifted up. And I encourage us, have faith, put in the work, speak positive things to yourself. It works with your subconscious. Block all negative thoughts, and you'll see the sky is your limit. Thank you guys. Have a good day.